Hey girls, it's Katie. We are in week 2 of bringing you daily nesting tips. This week it's all about timeline planning, which is knowing about what to do and when. Specifically, this week we're talking about what to do in your second trimester that really can't wait till your third trimester. So far we've talked about creating your baby registry so that you can have your baby shower early, right in your second trimester. And then we've also talked about ordering your furniture early because lots of times this can take 12 weeks to receive, such as your crib, a dresser that can function as a changing table, and a glider with an ottoman. Today we're going to talk about something that's not the funnest topic when you think of nesting, but it is so important. It is beginning your search for childcare if you're planning to return to work. This is, like I said, not the funnest topic, but it's so important because the longer you wait, the higher the chances are that it won't be available when you need it. So these places have like waiting lists that are for like months. So it's something you really have to get on now in your second trimester. There are basically 3 options of childcare. First is a nanny in your own home, which tends to be the most expensive. Second, there is childcare in the nanny's home, like group childcare in the provider's home, and that tends to be the most affordable. And then third is a daycare center, which is somewhere in between. So the first place to start is to decide which type of childcare you want. Which of those 3 is best for you? Once you know what type of childcare you're needing or that you want, then there's factors such as location and cost and hours of care. So the best place to start, I recommend, first of all, asking your mom friends. There's nothing quite like the recommendations of friends' firsthand experience. Go on social media, ask around. If the overwhelming majority of testimonials is positive, then chances are it's going to be a great place for your baby. If the reviews are evenly mixed, I would say keep looking. Once you kind of have an idea of where you are wanting to place your baby for childcare, start with a phone interview. And then if you like what you hear, then schedule a visit. Questions to ask in a phone interview would be like, what's your experience? Do you have any training in child development or CPR or first aid? Questions like, what type of techniques do you use to calm a crying baby? What else? What's the backup plan if you're sick? Those things are things to think about. But if you liked what you hear, then go schedule a visit. Take a look around, and ask, are these toys sterilized every day? What kind of things do you do to prevent sickness and germs from spreading? And then schedule an unscheduled visit. Like plan an unscheduled. Go when they don't expect you, maybe around like pickup time, and then you can kind of see a realistic perspective of how the caregivers interact with the parents, and if it's just a nice place, After that, I would, this is super important, always make sure that every person that is caring for your baby is background checked. I mean, that would be the first question to ask the manager if it's a daycare center. If you're hiring a nanny or a nanny that is doing group childcare in her home, you can do your own background check on her or him. It's around I think $30 at goodhire.com. So just make sure, you never can be too safe for your baby. Last, I wanted to tell you, if you are a maternity concierge client, and you hire me to make your timeline plan, or hire me for baby gear consultations or whatever. The great thing about that is you not only get my expertise, but you also get access to all of my local partners. So one of my local partners is eNanny Childcare Concierge, and she's here in Tulsa. And the owner of that company is Erica Slade, and she is awesome. So if you are working full-time right now, and maybe your due date is soon. You're in your third trimester and you're like, oh my gosh, I have put this off and I just need help because I need to get on that waiting list as fast as possible. Talk to Erica Slade. Look up enanny.com. I think it's enanny Oklahoma, enannyok.com. I actually put it in my feed, contact information in my feed today. She will meet with you and find out exactly what your needs are. And then she has like 80 nannies that she employs that all work for different price points. And she knows all about the local daycare centers in town, all in the Tulsa area. And she is just a resource that is like priceless. So spend the extra money, hire her, talk to her about what your needs are. And also the other great thing about her nannies is that they're not just like high school babysitters. Like, she trains them so that they come into your home and add value to your home, to your child. They're not going to be sitting on their phones all day and your baby's just going to be, crying the whole day. They know what they're doing. She trains them and makes sure that they are professional. So she is definitely someone that's worth talking to if you are overwhelmed in the childcare search. So I hope this helps. If you would like more nesting tips, go on to my website, babystepstulsa.com, and subscribe to get my free ebook in your inbox, 15 Ways to Nest While You're on Bed Rest. And this is not only for women who are on bed rest. It's applicable to anybody who is expecting a baby. It is full of practical resources and awesome tips for you that you can use right away. Thanks for listening. And tomorrow we'll be continuing our daily nesting tips, talking about timeline planning, especially for things in your second trimester. So you don't want to miss it. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.